All right, I am here talking to Fergus. What's your last name, Fergus?
Keane.
I was going to say that, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Have you heard of the footballer called Roy Keane?
No.
So it's not going to be of any help.
All right.
But he's a ferocious, scary footballer from Cork called Roy Keane. And I have the same surname.
Okay, well, hopefully recording directly into the Zoom like this without a microphone works too. All right, so we are still at KinoD, and the reason why I wanted to talk to you, Fergus, is because you apparently are the belle of the ball. I missed the opening icebreaker session, which you were at, and you did a film that everybody has been talking about all week. Tell us about it.
It was called Zeb in Dublin, and the idea was to do something fairly crazy to basically bring a bit of chaos to the streets of Dublin, to invent a fake celebrity, pluck celebrity out of thin air, and see how far we could push it, how far we could get people to believe it, how far people could take part in it. So we took two KinoD actors, turned them into the world's biggest rapper. Well, the way we pitched it was he's the biggest rapper who's exploded on the American stage, not known in Ireland yet, so that people wouldn't be wondering. And then we had an international actress going out the other door as well. We mobbed them outside the Gresham Hotel on Collins Street and let chaos ensue. And it did. It kind of snowballed and kept on snowballing, and it was just fantastic fun. What do you have to say about that?
I didn't steal any song.
How was your relationship with Kanye?
One of the things that I heard about it was it had to do with the people that were there, the random people on the street
definitely.
actually got involved, and I heard that there was actually a bit of a conflict. Is that how'd that go down?
Well, it was just fascinating because, we had people coming up, we had Italians, Spanish students, we had kids, and then this 100-year-old granny started pushing our way to the front and took a photo with Zeb. I mean, I was just kind of going, how far will this go? Then we had a gentleman from the street who basically he entered so deeply into the story that he became Zeb's bodyguard and apologist. And anybody who was too persistent with questioning Zeb got a very robust response from this guy. And at one point, it looked like it could all just spiral out of control. So there was a point where I was kind of wondering, have I gone too far? But I think it was too much fun for that.
So, and did you have any idea that you'd get that many people on the street involved?
No. I think the night before I thought, okay, look, if we just shooting one actor coming out and maybe one or two bemused onlookers, and then, Barbara coming out the other door and maybe one or two kind of confused looks, I would have been happy with that. We could just have a set piece, let it run. Because it was the type of thing there was never going to be a second take to this. We had these two coming out of the Gresham Hotel, being mobbed by reporters, shouting questions, intrusive questions at them, that whole celebrity snowball thing, and the media scrum and, frenzy going down Collins Street. There was no way we were going to be able to go, right, take two, put it all back into a 5-star hotel, past the bouncers and come out again, do it kind of a bit differently. It was one take, and I thought, look, if by the end of it we one or two bemused onlookers, we'll be doing great. So we were the response was fantastic.
Yeah. That is, from what I heard too, is kind of the same thing. Everyone was really surprised and shocked by the reaction that you got on the streets.
Yeah.
So what do you think that says about our society then? I mean, there's definitely a story there associated.
Definitely. Well, that's part of the reason I did it, because I wanted to do a psychological study of what is celebrity, what is stardom, why do we feel the need to shout intrusive questions at these people, all sorts of. And I did a little mini documentary afterwards, interviewing the people involved here, and and other people, saying, look, what does this say about us? And I don't know what it is, but some people have said, look, our celebrities are new gods. They're more important to us than our faith, beliefs and everything. And people have an undying need to be part of something. And if there is a commotion on the main street of the city, they're willing to lie, barefaced lies, rather than be outside it. So people were asked, what's your favourite? What do you like about Zeb? And they said, look, I like all of his music. I mean, it was, but I'm not criticizing people, I would say I would have been sucked into it as well.
Oh,
You know.
see, I will criticize people on your behalf for buying it. That's ridiculous.
It is. It is ridiculous.
And I know a bunch of people have been kind of going around saying, okay, what can we get Zeb doing next? Are you going to take
That's
that
the
character
lovely
now?
part
and do
about it.
anything?
I mean, it's a deception and ball of lies that's bequeathing other balls of lies, and it's snowballing into other things. And Patrick did a blog about it. That he was this guy who went along and saw the rapper and all this kind of thing, and then somebody else is going to do a documentary on Zeb's life. I mean, I just love that. Just creating a fiction. And it's kind of a mirror of what somebody was saying. I think it was Rob Reeves was saying. Very true. He was saying, look, our celebrity is kind of fake, but it's also based on a kind of fake foundation. Like, you have people who appear in Big Brother. Are you familiar with it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's not in the States, I think, but
They have a version of
oh,
this.
did they?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But they appear in Big Brother on the basis of not being a celebrity, and then 2 years later they're on Celebrity Big Brother.
Yeah.
So they're a celebrity based on thin air celebrity status, which sort of feeds itself. And the fact that Zeb now is kind of a snowballing celebrity kind of thing, I just love that idea. It's fantastic.
So would you be happy to see that if just some people out there take it and run with it? Like, what would you're searching YouTube one day and suddenly
Wouldn't it be
Zeb
brilliant?
video?
Yeah, it would be fantastic. Yeah, it would. It would be lovely. I mean, just fascinated with the idea of, but particularly bringing it to the streets and interacting with the public. Because and the reason is, from making films myself, public always come up as we saw today.
Oh, yeah.
They come up and they have a natural instinct to ask you what's going on and stuff, and you meet some fascinating characters. And I've often kind of wondered, maybe what's going on behind the camera sometimes is as interesting as what's going on in front of it, and we should try and capture that most. And the spontaneous nature of it sometimes can be just electric.
That's good.
Yeah.
Zeb is on the streets of Dublin today. He's in there. All of his fans are here to cheer him on.
Really enjoy it.
Excellent. All right. Well, thanks for talking to us.
Oh, it was a pleasure, Milo.
And we'll be seeing you around, I'm sure.
Great. Cool. Right.
I'm our camera girl.
She walks out. I hope she captured that.